Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to psychology class. Today in psychology, we are going to look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So, Maslow's is one of the psychologists that came up with different theories, and he's well known and famous in terms of this hierarchy of needs. This hierarchy of needs looks on the needs of a human being. As you may all know that as a human being, you have what you need day to day. For you to survive, for you to be sustained, these needs are things that you are supposed to live with. Because if you cannot have these needs, it's difficult for you to sustain yourself. It's difficult for you also to reach certain levels in life. Even as you are studying, you must have the contents of these needs, just like any other person needs to be. The first need is self-actualization. Self-actualization. How much do you know yourself? How much do you how much potential do you have that the community is able to benefit from you? Your friends around you are able to benefit from you, your family, also yourself. What should they talk about you, or what do you talk about yourself? In terms of morality, how is your moral life? How is your life? How do you lead it? How decent, how innocent is that your life? In terms of creativity, a human being must be creative. In terms of how you do things or in the way you do things, a normal human being have to be creative. Even you, try to be creative in different things, in the way you do things. See that you are creative. You must be able to discover things that are not discovered before. If at all things were discovered before, can you try to upgrade them in the way you think? That's being creative. Being creative means to generate things that will be unique, that will be different. You should be defined in a specific way, not to be defined like you are like that person, no. But you must be defined in your own unique way. You must be defined to be in a different way. That's what it means to be creative. You must be able to invent something, think beyond, and be able to create what people think is impossible, make it possible. Some of you, people were thinking you'll never be in school. At some point, they'll see you graduating. It will be impossible. But how are you learning? You are using online learning. For you to learn online, you must be creative. Because you need to go on internet, you need to know how to use YouTube, you need to know how to use your Google Meet, your Zoom, and so forth. That's what it means by creativity, meaning to put an initiative where it is applicable. Where you see things are not able to work, put an initiative, which is a common sense. Spontaneously, how does things mostly happen? In most cases, things happen because they have been triggered by something. For example, You will respond bad if someone pushes you or speaks words that you are not expected of. Definitely, you will respond bad. So, at self-actualization, every person can respond to you badly, and you can also respond to someone badly, or you can react. In short, you can either overreact or react normally, but in most cases, a human being always reacts as unexpected. So expect people to react as unexpected, and expect also yourself to react as unexpected to people. People will say, no, that one actually is short-tempered. Not because you are short-tempered, but because it's normal, or it is there in self-actualization that a person will react, because you also want to be recognized. You also want to be shown or to be seen that you are there or you are present. Acceptance. You need to accept who you are. You need to accept who you are. Your clients also need to accept who they are. Or people in the community have to accept who they are, even how the situations are. Because if you can't accept who you are, then you will live an exaggerated life. You will not lead your life. You will lead the life of others. But when you accept the kind of a person you are, you will know how your life is. But I'm not saying if you are short-tempered, then you accept to be a short-tempered person. No. What I mean is the life that you are, the kind of family you are born from, accept it. Accept how things are with you. Okay, my life is like ABCD. So yes, this is the way it is. How do I need to change? You will understand where you need to change, where it's applicable, other than to live a life that is exaggerated. You don't need to live a life that is exaggerated. Acceptance is important. Experience is also important, because experience is the best teacher. So do not undermine certain things that we go through in life, because certain things that we go through gives us experience. Experience is the greatest way of direction, because you have gone through, or if someone has gone through something, don't wait until you go through it for you to learn. No, you will learn from those who have experience in something, as much as others also need to learn from you, because you also have experience. So experience is either we will teach others through our experience, or others will learn from us through our experience, or we are going to learn from others through their experience. It's not that it's everything that we need to go through. No, some things we will not go through, but instead we will learn them from others who have experienced it. So you also need to improve your competence, because you need to practice here and then. You need to be able to open your life and see things that you can do better, because those are things of your experience, or matters of your experience. Learn through life, through what you are going through in life. Learn 2 3 things. There, it's very important. That's why, remember, I mentioned about the diary. It's important to write the mistakes you are making. It's important to write the successes. Indicate things that you need to improve, and indicate what you are doing well. Indicate your strength, and indicate um, your downfall, or where you fail to make it better. As much, and also a life should be meaningful. Someone's life should be meaningful. What you are doing should be meaningful. People will feel bad if you tell them what they are doing is not meaningful, or it doesn't make sense, because whoever is doing what they are doing, to them it makes sense. But if you see it doesn't make sense, don't tell them that this is not making sense. Just control them, or advise them where you need to advise them. Or here, I, I was thinking, if it can be like this, maybe it can result into this. But if you tell them what you're doing is not meaningful, definitely you will differ in thoughts. Your life also have to be meaningful. You should be able to find meaning in everything that you are doing. Even the clothes you are putting on should have a meaning. When you are going to church, you put on a mini skirt. What does it mean? You put on a ripped jean. What does it mean? You are a gentleman, you put on a muscle shirt or a vest and you're going to church. What does it mean? So everything you do, everything you dress, your words, everything should be meaningful. So start by changing yourself before you change the community. Because the community needs to learn from you. Remember, we talked about experience just shortly. As they see your life meaningful, as much as you try to find meaning in everything that you are doing, definitely you gain experience that people will have a purpose of your experience. So make sure that in things that you're doing, there should be a meaning content. And inner potential. Self-actualization demands an inner potential. Don't expect someone to push you. Don't expect someone to force you. For example, I post something and say, discuss. You do not send what you are discussing or what you are researching. What is that inner potential you have? So inner potential demands you to push yourself to do something. Make it what you have inside also show outside. But it should first start from inside you. A normal human being should have inner potential. Should have inner potential. This is a need that is required. Inner potential. You need to have inner potential. Because without inner potential, you will not be able to express yourself. You can be given a platform, but you will not speak. You will need someone to speak for you because you do not have inner potential. Again, when you're given work, you will not work to the expected standard or level because you do not have inner potential. You must have inner potential inside you. Who do you see yourself? Who do you value yourself? A lot of people call me Vamtamba Vyaro, and they don't know what it means. And a lot have confronted me what it means, but that's my inner potential. It gives me courage and confidence based on its meaning. When I'm doing my drama, I'm doing whatever other things that I do. I know most of you, you know what I do because we've interacted on Facebook, and some of you, you know me personally. It's because of the inner potential. For me to be able to teach, it's because of the inner potential. I am removing it out, showing it to you. Some of you, what I'm even speaking, you have seen them. You have seen them. It's because it should first start with me, inside me. Because if I do not have that inner potential, how do I tell you to have the inner potential? It's difficult. So before you advise your clients, before you stand in front of people, because as a psychologist, you are a mentor. You will stand in front of people, encourage them. You will tell them to have inner potential. But if you don't have, then how are they going to judge your speech or your motivational talk? Definitely, it's going to be difficult. Your moral matters. How you behave, it matters. Because every behavior, remember here, it should have a meaning. Should have a meaning. Creativity matters. Spontaneity also matters. Acceptance, experience purpose, meaning, and the inner potential for you to have self-actualization. Maslow hierarchy of needs also tells us about self-esteem. Tells us about self-esteem. Self-esteem simply means having confidence. A person needs to have confidence. In whatever you are doing, have confidence. Because without confidence, you cannot achieve it. Confidence is a zeal. Confidence is what makes us to show out our vision for people to see or for us to achieve. So you must have confidence in whatever you are doing. Be confident. Be confident enough. Be courageous. Be able to stand and speak. Be able to perform the work because of confidence. Self-esteem also requires achievement. As many times people tend to have this behavior of you start this program or you start doing something, on the way you stop and start another thing. On the way you divert, you start another thing. On the way you change again, you go back to what you stopped ages ago. There you will never achieve anything. You will never achieve anything. Achievement requires you to start something and finish it. Finish it is when you will rest, because the finishing point means the graduating point. If you do not finish something, it will wait for you where you stopped. Yes, it reminds you that you left this and finished here. And remember, most of you are already behind time. If you are in university, you are above 25 years, sorry, you are behind time, because university age is 20 years. 25 years you must be graduating. So this is just a reminder that because of other issues, constraints in life, you did not have an opportunity to be in university. But because there is need of achievement, it has brought you back. You are in class today. You are learning. You are learning. So when you start something, make sure you finish it. Whatever you start, finish it to the end. Because the finishing point is the graduation point, or is the resultant point. That's when the result will come out. You can't have a house when you just have a plot, because you don't have a house, you just have a plot. You can't say you are a graduate before you write your final exams. Write the final, get your diploma, get your degree, your master's or PhD, then you call it you have achieved. So achievement is more important. Make sure in everything you do, achieve. Do not aim to fail, aim to achieve. Whatever task you are given, make sure you achieve, you finish it. If you cut the word achieve, in short, that's achievement, it is also called archive. Archive means document, to keep the documented. Meaning, if there is no achievement, there is no keeping the documented. There is no keeping the documented. Everything that you have managed in life, you point at them because there is a document that is showing you, or there is something symbolically that is showing you that you managed to achieve such. You managed to keep this, or you made it in life by having this property or document. So make sure you aim to achieve. Self-esteem also requires respect of others. Learn to respect others as much as people should respect you, and create a room for people to respect you. You are becoming a profession. As a profession, you have to conduct yourself in a professional manner, in a way that people will not disrespect you. What you do, what you say, how you behave in public, you open a door for people to behave in the same kind. If you respect people, people will respect you. If you joke with people, insulting each other, definitely they will meet you at the center of a town and insult you as a greeting. That's how you keep yourselves. And by then, you'll be at the presence of your boss. How is your boss going to take it? So everything that you are doing must have content of respect of others. Respect your bosses, your superiors, respect your clients, respect the young ones, or respect any other person. Respect is very important because the respect you give out is the respect that you will also receive. They need to be a unique individual. Self-esteem requires you to be a different person, unique from others. You must not be defined in a group. This group is like this. People should be saying you are like this in that particular group. You can be 10 of you, but be a unique person. Be a different person in that group. Yes, you want to achieve the same goal, the same value, but being unique, remember, if you aim to achieve, people or the group will focus on achieving because of you, and it will achieve because of you. So be unique, be different, be categorized as you are this as an individual. Even by the people you are working with, let them define you separate or different from them. The third one is love and belonging. All human beings needs love, needs belonging. We all need to belong to a family. We all need to belong to friends, friendship, and so forth. So you must know that belonging and love is a need. Day to day, we need to be loved. We need also to love. We need to belong to a certain group or a category, such as friendship. Have time to make friends. Have friends. Have friends. A normal human being should have friends because you can't live this in this big world alone. The world is too big, it's too large for you to be alone. At least have friends and have time for friends. Have time for family. Family is very important because we all live in the circle of family. Family provides good guidance. Family provides the love that you cannot define, and much more the belonging. You will feel you belong to such a family. No matter how poor, rich your family may be, you should belong to the family. And the family should belong to you. Visit them, have time. Those who are married, have time with your family. Those who are not married, who are still being kept by parents, have time for your family. Sense of connection. Any person needs, or there is a need of having a sense of connection. You must feel it that you are connected to someone or somewhere. You must be able to feel it. Be connected to your family. Be connected to your friends. There is an intimacy part there. Each person needs intimacy. That's why when you reach a certain age, your intimacy will be your life partner. Intimacy does not mean boy and girlfriend. Intimacy simply mean having a mutual relationship with someone or something. You must be deeply in love with someone or something. It could be family, or it could be an individual, and so forth. It's just more common that intimacy mostly falls in the boy-girl relationship or married people, because they are the people who are closer to us. They are the people we feel this, we have the sense of connection to. That's why intimacy mostly falls in that way. But in the actual sense, intimacy is the most close thing or a person. The fourth one is safety and security. All people need to be safe. They need safety and they need proper security. In terms of safety and security, we need to have a good health. We also need to have employment. If not employment, then you have a business, because business is also employment. It's an occupation. We need also to have property. Any person needs to have property. Make sure, no matter how young you are, you must have a property. I know the only property almost all of you have is a phone. But now you must go beyond the phone. At least point at a certain property. Even if you are being kept in your parents' house, just tell them, today, mom and dad have bought that TV. It's mine, but we'll be watching in this house. It's a property. It's yours. Eh? It's yours. It's yours. At least have some property. We need to have family and social abilities. All of us, for us to be safe and for us to have security, we need to belong to a family and social abilities. The last one is physiological needs. Physiological simply means the body function, the function of the body, organs or parts. So a normal human being needs the body to be functioning in a normal way. You don't need the body to have malfunction or dysfunction, because if there is malfunction or dysfunction, you will be sick. It means you are sick. You have illness or disease. So in normal, you must have a normal physiological function. And these needs are such as breathing. You must be able to breathe for you to have life. Food. Food is what gives us the nutrients that helps the body to function normally. Water, as usual, is like the largest content in our body. Any person needs water, and much more, you need safe and clean water. You need shelter, because a normal human being must live in a shelter. That's why it's not good with our friends in the streets who do not have shelter. They can catch coldness and other diseases easily because they are lacking shelter. But in our daily needs, shelter is more important. We also need clothes, clothing. Yes, when you see people without clothing, please, when you have two, that's been kind and that's been loving, let them feel belonging by helping them share the little, those who have more. But as Maslow hierarchy, it tells us that we need to have clothing. Lastly, on physiological needs is sleep. A normal human being, for a normal body function, you need to be sleeping, have time to rest, have time to sleep, at least 5 to 6 hours. If you sleep less, 5 to 8 hours maximum if you sleep too much. Sometimes you would feel you are tired, just take a rest by sleeping. I know you may not be dreaming because you are just tired, but just that sleep is okay. just lying down and resting is okay. So that's it about Maslow hierarchy of needs. We call it a day. Thank you.